they are pulling against each other. There's a toiling in the spirit. Love, hate, peace, conflict. There's a toiling in the spirit. There's an imbalance. God says it is important, it is vital in this season that thy people stay on the right side, seated. God says through the Spirit, because there's a toiling in the Spirit. The two kingdoms are bumping heads. He says in the Spirit, there's a toiling and a twisting. There's a shift. And he says the reason is so intense right now because thy people are becoming tired, becoming weary, and they're leaning. He says on the left side, he says it's vital that thy people, that you as a chosen one, stay seated on his right side, seeking his face, seeking his voice. Oh God, seeking the kingdom. He says, because that other side, the left side, he said, is in conflict right now. It's pulling on thy people from the right side, making you think you're not strong enough, making you think you're not wiser, you're not going to make it, you're alone, no one loves you. All of this stuff, he says, it's in conflict with his word. He says you got to stay anchored, hold on to your faith. God says the two kingdoms are bumping head, but his people has to stay seated on the right side. The left side is pulling on thy people because they're falling, they're drifting. He says their pools of water are drying up. They're thirsty. He says, and they're pulling on you, trying to get your anointing, get some of that water. He says, but you have to stay flat-footed